Brilliant one. Welcome in, guys. Hope you're having a great Christmas. I am absolutely living the moment right now. I love Christmas. I really do. I've got all my lights out and it's snow outside where we are because we're way up in the north. But it's fantastic where we are. I'm loving Christmas. So hope you're having a great Christmas too. We've got a couple of things to go through as we get through the show. But like I say, thank everybody for subscribing, liking, and joining the family. And please, please, please continue to do so and let your mates know about this channel. There's going to be a big change, a massive change in the new year. We're not doing any more recorded shows. It's all going to be live all the time, all live subjects, whether that be the Canadian national team, whether it be Canadian Premier League, whether that be Wrexham in League Two, whether it be Canadian international games, CONCACAF, whether it be Champions Cup, yeah, any big competition we're going to be touching. And you know the flavor that I deliver. Well, when we go live, you'll be in the chat. You'll be able to tell me what you're thinking. You'll be saying, Steve, don't agree with what you said there. I think that's a load of crap. And I'll be like, love you very much for saying that. I mean, hey, I want it to be a great chat, a great channel. And remember one thing, this channel is not monetized. I don't do this for money.
Wow.
I do this for the whole point of the channel so that we can get a channel, great people on it who love the game of soccer or football, wherever you are around the world. And we got our own channel. So it's not monetized. I'm not making money for this. In fact, it costs me to do this, but I do it willingly because we've got a fine channel building for 2026, the next World Cup. And guess what? Yours truly is going to be in right where it matters at that World Cup, where it comes to Canada and the USA. So there's a lot of things attached to this, and you are part of a great family. So again, I want to say thank you to everybody in 2023 again for jumping up and subscribing. And if you haven't hit all the notifications, please do so. What we're talking about on this one is EPL. We're going to tell you about the Christmas show and what they've got coming through, i.e. the games each day and the big ones. There's some big games coming. I'll touch on that. We're going to talk Wrexham as well for all my Welsh buddies and Welsh fans around the world because of Wrexham AFC. And there's a lot of people around the world that love Wrexham. So big up to you. Wrexham Close, Wrexham Local, and also Wrexham Worldwide. Big up to you. And enjoy those dragons that you won on this show. I hope you are. And hey, let me know how your dragons are doing and how you are at Christmas. And Merry Christmas to all the dragon owners. And Merry Christmas to all the recent FIFA World Cup owners too. So let's get into some of the EPL right now. But I'm going to say this one time. I'm going to say it a few times. It's Christmas. So Christmas cheer to you. A little bit of a Christmas cheer. It's a gunshot. If you don't know what gunshot is, it's got rum in it. So there's the Christmas cheer. I like a little bit of rum. That's one of one. That's not one of many. Grandma, I'm not drunk. I'm not drunk. I'm doing a show. I'm doing a show, Grandma. Yeah, Grandma's trying to come in the studio. Grandma, doing a show, love. Can you just yeah, thank you. Can you usher her out? Can you usher her out? Beautiful, lovely, thank you. She thinks I'm drunk. She's like, you're drinking. I'm like, no, I'm not. Anyway, back to the show. Thank you. Thank you. EPL first. Right. There's a few games coming in the EPL, coming thick and fast. Let's take a quick look. Fast. I'm going to pick out the big ones. Let's get into that right now. Merry Christmas. But before we get to the EPL, just quickly, we've got a show coming. I told you about it. That's the next one coming up. That's the Liverpool show. This was Anfield. It's all about Liverpool. And also, we are working on an interview with Arabin Peppel. Arabin, right there. Good lad. I've met him a few times. He knows who I am. I saw him play in the Canadian Premier League, talked to him many times, interviewed him a few times, press conferences, post-game conferences, all kind of conferences. He knows my mug. I know his mug. I know where he is. And we're in touch with Luton Town through Bromley FC to try and get an interview to get our guy back online and let's know what's happening in your life and let's tell what's happening in your life to the Cavalry fans in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, And that was his last team. So that's what we'll work on. So let's get into the EPL right now. But there's two things we are working on as well. We're working on a lot of things, guys. I've got a lot of interviews lined up. You'll hear about that. In the new year, we're going live. We're not doing what we've done in the past. Yes, we're going to do Wrexham shows for sure. We're going to do what we've done for sure. Canadian as well. Champions Cup, CONCACAF as well. And Champions League as well. We're going to do all of that. But we're going to do it live. So that every time we do a show and we hit that mic, it's going to be live. We're also going to do a schedule. So it's going to be Monday to Friday. And then when things happen, great times, there'll be a Saturday afternoon kind of show just around the main event, right? So we're going to go Monday to Friday in the new year. Let us get there. Let us make some mistakes as we go towards greatness with you, right? Yes. So EPL is like this. There's your first batch of games. Looking at the first batch of games, Aston Villa, I love them. I love them. I tell you what, we're going to give you predictions towards the end of the show, and we're also going to tell you about Wrexham as well as we move through next. But looking at that, that's your first batch of games. Liverpool, Arsenal. Wow. Come on, Liverpool. Come on, Arsenal. See who wins. Now, whoever wins that one doesn't decide the title. But it'll certainly give you just a little bit of breathing space and some bragging rights for now. But I'd sooner have that bragging rights at the end of the season. But for the weekend there, so far, that there for me is definitely the biggest game of the weekend on the first batch of games. Second batch of games coming through is your Boxing Day. Love Boxing Day. I used to go all around the UK with my big brother when I was a kid for Boxing Day, and it was fantastic. I live for Boxing Day. Live for Boxing Day. Looking at Boxing Day, Arsenal's got a toughie at the end of there. A game against West Ham should be a maker, but Spurs has got a tough one against Brighton on the road. Man City, tricky against Everton, because Everton right now are finding form. Man United taking on Villa. I tell you, Villa's got a chance of winning there. So there's 4 games that are very interesting. Newcastle United taking on Nottingham Forest in that batch of games. And also, Nottingham Forest has a new coach, Stevie Cook. Sad to see. I mean, where was the panic? Why the panic? I think they could have kept him. I mean, there's 3 teams that are definitely going to go down. I'll tell you about that in the predictions at the end. Nottingham Forest is not one of them. Even a blind man can see that. Anyway, final batch of games. Got to say, Aston Villa's got a nice one against Burnley. Yeah, Man City taking on Sheffield. And don't forget, Man City's playing in the Club World Cup, so hence no game this weekend. For those guys, that's postponed. Man United got a tricky game against Nottingham Forest. I wonder what can happen there. You know what? Man United is so flat this year. It's not a surprise. It's just they've hit such a low. I don't think they can get back in the top 4. Anyway, just a side note there. Spurs taking on Bournemouth, going to be tough. The last game on the weekend, Newcastle taking on Liverpool and Anfield. I tell you, it could be a great Christmas and New Year's for Liverpool, because I tell you what, the numbers could be on the boards and those results could be had. And after that flat line against Man United with the 0-0, slapping West Ham 5-1, I think Liverpool's train moving in the right direction. And Klopp, tip your hat to Jurgen Klopp. He's got it going on. Next up, let's take a look at Wrexham. What's going on right now? And big up to all my Wrexham fans. Not fans of me. Fans of Wrexham is what I'm saying. And I'll tell you what, I've met a few people with this club over the years, and Wrexham is a massive family. And it is now worldwide as well. But the local Wrexham fans are really tight with each other, man. It's a real bond in and around the racecourse. And I won't call it anything else. It's the racecourse to me. Okay, let's take a look at Wrexham. And a fine Merry Christmas to you. A little bit of Christmas cheer, a little bit of the gunshot. Gunshot being a little bit of rum. I'm drinking a really good spiced rum. So, taking a look at the schedule before we go anywhere, we're going to touch the league and we'll touch a little bit of the stories as well. Women a little bit dormant right now. Nothing happening until the new year, but they're in good, considering that they're in the Welsh Cup semi-final stage and also going well in the league. Sitting third in the Adran League for the women's game. And Wrexham AFC is also sitting third at the moment. So 3 for 3, doing okay. Both teams doing well. Looking at the schedule, you can see what it is. Postponed 2-1, and now it's going to be Newport County. Going to be a tricky one. Newport not really got the best of form at all. Not at all. This should be another win. I'm looking, really looking in this one, possibly for a 3-1, maybe 3-0, but I'm looking for the win, and we don't need another red card. We're going to touch that pretty soon. We'll look at that. We got video about the card and the goals. Stick here, stay here, don't go anywhere. Looking right now, though, Wrexham sitting in third. Last week we were sitting second, but goal differences push us out of second into third. And again, Mansfield, keep on drawing, ba-da-ba-da-bum-bum. Keep on drawing, and we'll keep winning. So that's the only reason why, with one loss, they're not in the top 3. Rounding out your top 10, it is what it is. And obviously, Newport County in 22nd at the moment. It's not really the greatest for those guys. Sorry, 17th. I'm wrong. 17th. It's not really the greatest after 22 games, that is. But 17th, 7 wins on the season. They're not really rolling very well. In the last 5, 2 losses, 2 wins, and a draw. Average. But the season hasn't got going for them. Right now, Wrexham, this is the weekend where we need another big win. I think we do get the win. I think we're looking at 3-1. What are you thinking? Merry Christmas. Let's take a look at the goals and the red card from last weekend for the guys around the world who probably didn't get to see it, but you at home, I guess you did. So the ball comes across, toes the throw in. Don't deal with it. Elliott on the back end shoots, gets a rebound. It's in, 1-0. Beautiful, beautiful. Ryan Reynolds thinks so too. Here, have a look. Gets the shot off, blocked, but first to react. Looking at the red card for George Evans, very unlucky. It really was. It wasn't a dirty challenge at all, but straight red. And referee was right there to see it. But, yeah, unfortunate and a little bit of a melee after the fact. But have a look. Yeah. McLean crosses the ball now. Oh, Mitchell puts it in his own net. That is horrendous defending. Unfortunate from the young man. There you go. Oh, dear. Colchester do get one back, though, late on in. Great save. The rebound goes. So there you go. There's your EPL games coming through. There's a little bit about Wrexham as well coming through too. Don't forget, in the new year, we're going to be touching Canada games, international games, Champions Cup, CONCACAF Champions Cup, Champions League, obviously Wrexham games, Canadian national team games. And also, I'll be live doing my thing at Canadian Premier League games at Atco Field with Cavalry FC as well. So, have a great Christmas. Thank you, everybody that liked and subscribed through the years. It means a lot. And guys, hit all notifications, please. But come back in the new year for more. And the next show coming up, like I say, is the Liverpool show, the Anfield show. And remember, we're also working on Arabin Pepple to get him on the line from Luton Town in England. So, have a great Christmas. We've got lots to work towards. We've got lots to build towards. Thank you for being on the channel. Thank you for being part of the family. It does mean a lot to everybody behind these scenes. It really does. So great Christmas, I wish you. A great New Year. Prosperous New Year. Health to the family. And fortune to the family too. I wish all of that to everybody. I wish it to you now. Go and enjoy that Christmas, enjoy that New Year, and love thy neighbor should be the essence. Love is the spirit of Christmas. Come back for more in the new year, but I tell you what, it's an absolute blast every time I talk to you. Thank you for letting me do that. Cheers.